have learned and told that vegetable oil is great for you because it's made of vegetables, right? Wrong. It's actually not made from vegetables at all. In keto, you'll see people say, okay, fats that you can consume are avocado oil, coconut oil, lard, ghee, butter, and MCT oils. Okay, these are approved keto oils. Well, I got this grapeseed oil in my pantry, and it's made out of grapes, so it's good. No. What they've done are Crisco. Isn't Crisco lard? No. Crisco was made back in the late 1800s from cotton seeds. They had a surplus of cotton seeds, didn't know what to do with them. Guy invented hydrogenated oil process, which is where they take seeds from certain, from cottonseed, corn, things like this, and they grind it, they heat it, they grind it. They pretty much, like you could have used back then, people actually used this to heat their homes, and it's very dangerous for your body. When heated, a lot of these oils, when heated, vegetable oil, when heated, can actually be a carcinogen in your body. And so it's very toxic to your body. Yes, I know that margarine is 0 carb. That Miracle Whip is 0 carb. I know all this, and you can, if you're doing, low carb, then 0 carb's great, right? Well, no. When you're doing keto, we are very concerned with what we're putting in our body. We want our body to function at peak capacity, and putting in an oil that's going to actually be toxic to your body is not cool. So, here's my top 3 favorite oils, or my top 3 favorite fats. First one, lard. Let's bring back the lard movement. It's great for your body. I make my own lard out of organic bone marrow bones. Make sure that you can buy lard. It's not the same as Crisco. Crisco is food shortening, which is your hydrogenated oils. So you need to be buying animal lard. You can buy it like at Walmart. It's on the bottom shelf in like a gallon bucket, and it's like Spanish looking. That's lard. I also buy lard from Sam's. It's actually a fish lard. I'll buy that. I use that in place of butter whenever I'm cooking baked goods and things like that. So like yesterday I made pancakes for the kids, breakfast sandwiches. I use lard in place of butter for that. If you look on your butter, you'll see like everybody uses Kerrygold butter. Why do they use that? What's the big deal with Kerrygold butter? Well, Kerrygold butter is simply that, just cream, and it's milk from grass-fed cows. And so that's the big movement there, is because you don't want to be consuming kind of just like your grass-fed beef. I'm pretty sure that like most people understand the concept of like your meats, how they are fed. If we know that toxins are stored in our fat, why would we want to eat toxins from fat of animals? So that's kind of the whole key there, is to make sure that you're getting good quality sources of fat, because we don't want to put toxins in our body. So lard is a great option. Butter is a great option as far as your like Kerrygold butter, or they have like this discount HEB store that we go to, and their butter that they have is like just cream and salt. That was it in it. So it's pretty impressive. So just look on your butter and make sure that it's like the number one and really only ingredient is milk, or pastured cream or something like that. Number 2, I like avocado oil. it tastes better to me. Sometimes olive oil, unless you get like a really good quality, tastes kind of like grease to me. And I don't want to make a salad with homemade dressing that tastes like grease. And you need to get if you're going to be doing olive oil, try to get a cold pressed olive oil. And then also olive oils can be tricky if you're not looking at the back. A lot of times they'll have like sunflower oil in them. And I guarantee you it's 95% sunflower oil and 5% coconut oil. So you really want to look at the ingredients on that. Turn it around. Look to make sure that it's only olives, you know. And avocado oil is what I choose to make my dressings out of. To me, it has a cleaner taste. The fat is great in it, and you won't find a lot of things that are bad. Like, you won't find that they have a lot of, you know, grapeseed oil or sunflower oil that's added into your avocado oils. Coconut oil is a great thing. I'll do a video on medium chain triglycerides and what they are and why they are valuable to your life. Coconut oil is a very minimal amount of MCTs. You're getting the benefits from only, you can find some that have like 2 maybe strands of an MCT, which stands for medium chain triglycerides. What medium chain triglycerides simply means is that it does not have to be processed in your liver. It automatically crosses through the blood-brain barrier to feed your brain. So that's why a coconut oil is a really cool option. If you can't heat it to high heat, so you can't like fry with it. I fry in lard. So if I'll do like pork rind coated chicken, I'll fry that in lard, actually, and make like chicken nuggets for the kids. I'll crush up pork rinds and put some Parmesan, coat it, fry it in lard, and they eat it as chicken nuggets. And so you're getting in healthy fats. It's so good. Like, it's so tasty. You're totally winning at life doing this. But, or you can get an MCT oil. You can get an MCT oil most anywhere now. I do like to look at how it's processed, and I'm kind of picky about my MCT oils. Prove It has an MCT oil called MCT 143. It actually has 7 strands of MCT in it, and that's pretty impressive. It does have a strong coconut flavor, and I recommend putting it in smoothies and blending it. Or if you're going to do a bulletproof coffee, you have to blend it. Otherwise, it's going to sit on the top and it's going to be kind of yucky. But if you blend it in your coffee, it's like a foamy latte. It's really delicious. And the cool thing with MCT is that you're not going to store that as fat. It's automatically being used to feed your brain. And so you will never store that as fat. I have a lot of people say, oh my gosh, well, I gained weight and I think it's MCT oil. No, honey, it's not the MCT oil. It's the carbs. It's probably the low carb tortilla that you ate yesterday that you're storing extra water from because your body doesn't want that. So that's what that is. You'll never gain weight from using an MCT oil. Now, you're wanting to meet your fat goal. Your fat goal always needs to be over your protein, unless you have an excess amount of fat on your body. Okay, so in the first 2 weeks of doing keto, you want to keep your fat really high as you can. But like for me, as far as maintenance, I don't keep my fat as high. I want my protein. I'm definitely going to hit my protein goal each day, but I don't worry about my fat being so much higher than my protein, because I want my body to run on stored body fat. I still, even though I'm 14% body fat right now, I still have body fat. So I want to use that, obviously. So you can back off after 2 weeks off of your fat a little bit. And then if you happen to hit a stall, up your fat back up. And so that just kind of gets your body craving that fat even more. And it's going to want to pull that fat from your storage more than if you're stalling or something like that. So hopefully that explains to you fat. I do have a blog post that's very scientific, and I'll post it. That's on medium chain triglycerides, and it talks about the importance of fat in your diet, because we're wanting to combat, Alzheimer's, ADD, depression, and all of these things are in your hippocampus, showing your neurotransmitters are not firing, and the only thing that feeds that is fat. That's why fat is so important to your body. So let's get our fat in today, guys. All right, bye.